Alright guys, here's another part of section 3, TET Finland. You've seen it already in one of my videos, but not in its entirely, and also not in this direction. So right now I'm in Jääli. Hold on, let me get off the quad. So this is the start of it. This road that you see here is called Kuusamon tie. It's the road to Kuusamo for you English speakers. And you can see here there's a landmark, Jäälin Montu. It's on both sides of that sign. And if you're looking at it from a map, the name of this road is Takaman tie. It's a dirt road, but it's absolutely magnificent for a quad and extremely easy as cake for an adventure bike. It's a little rough for cars in some places, but as long as you're not cruising in a lowrider, you'll be absolutely fine. So let's hit it. I'm going to stop along the way and make one ham radio video, but I'll continue this part of section 3. wondering if these roads are serviced in the wintertime. I mean, this is such a great place to make ham radio videos, do some deployments, even some winter camping. That looks like a great forest for some winter camping. Looks like another excellent spot for some camping. I just ordered the 4x4 tarp from DD. They didn't have a camouflage one, and the one from Varusteleka that was camouflage that I wanted, well, it wasn't big enough. They have some kind of stupid sizes. I wanted a square tarp to put over my hammock, or to act as a radio shelter. But I really wanted a square one. Varusteleka sometimes, well, I don't know. I don't want to shit on Varusteleka, but they're not always pragmatic, let's say. Almost at the end here. Now there's another section, sorry, another part of this section. I'll see how my batteries and memory storage are doing, and we'll show you that one in the next video. Alright, here we are at the end. We started on Kuusamontie by the ST1 fuel stop, and now we're on Alakyläntie. Rock and roll. So we came from over here, that's where we started. That's in Jääli. And we came all the way over here to Alakyläntie. So now we're going to go to another part of section 3, which will take us first a little bit back south and then back north through a part of section 3 that takes us to Alakylä. I think this is our turn in here. No, 60 meters it says. I may have screwed up. I could swear there was a van there. Here's our turn in now. Just move up a little bit so no one turns in blind and hits me. So, the road is straight in front of us. You can see it in my camera. And we'll just do the whole thing. So there. Hopefully you can see on my map. That's what we're going to do. That'll take us to Alakylä. Alright, go. Sorry about the insane giggling, guys. I'm face and jacket and everything. I'm covered in water and mud now. Alright, sorry about it, guys. Battery died on the camera, but now I've connected the remote control to it to recharge the battery. So let's continue our path here. Bit difficult going straight into the sun. Wow. Wow. Okay. You know, these TET trails remind me of back in the day when I had my XL600, the Transalp, exploring Switzerland and Germany, and oh, it was a blast. It was back in the day when Germany wasn't as restrictive with the roads as it is now. But that's another discussion. Just going to check my map real quick. All right, my tracks are good. Where does it want me to go? To the left. Okay, I mean to the right, sorry. I think there was a moose standing there. As long as it's not galloping behind me, I think we're okay. Not so worried about the puddles. I've been on this path before and it's pretty modest, but I have full recovery gear with me. I've got a winch on the front of the CForce 520L, and I've got tree savers with me and soft shackles. It's all good. The only thing I'm lacking, which I'd like to get, is a winch extension. A synthetic winch extension. Whoops, let's see which way to go. To the right, okay. Yeah, a synthetic winch extension. Just in case I get myself in a situation where the trees are too far away. I know that seems kind of ridiculous from where I am now, but it's possible. Better to have it, not need it, than to need it and not have it. That's what they say, right? Which way? Yeah, looks about right. I smell someone. Interesting. I don't see anybody, but you know that smell of a freshly showered human. Maybe someone had a sauna, they have a cabin around, and I passed it but didn't see it. But anyway, no matter. Am I on the right path? Seems so. I'm going to stand up. My windscreen is covered with water and sand or mud, whatever it is. I have to say, I really enjoy this when there's water and a little mud, things like that. Probably won't enjoy cleaning the quad, but it is what it is. To make sure I'm on the right path, yes. You can see that yellow line is TET Finland. TET Finland Section 3, and the blue line is the track I'm supposed to follow. And these tracks come directly from TET Finland. I donate to them about, I don't know, €5 a month, whether I'm using the TETs or not, just to make sure they're having enough support. I mean, this is brilliant. So we have to support the organization. In fact, I'm making these videos so that we can encourage more ATV riders, quad riders, to make use of these TET routes as well. I mean, from an expedition perspective or an overlanding perspective. Wow, that tree. I'll stand up and let you guys see a little bit of this area. Funny, this could be the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. But it's a beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place. I'm enjoying it very much. So if you guys are interested in this TET adventures, and you're an ATV rider or adventure bike rider, you know, don't be shy, don't be afraid. I've been riding these TETs now for about a month, maybe. It was very intimidating at first. Not even sure if I had the right GPS in the beginning or which GPS to buy, and having to learn what is a GPX file and things like that. It was a bit overwhelming, to be honest. But in the end, I picked up the Garmin Tread 2, the 6-inch model, and I'm extremely happy with that. Today Today I wired up the powered mount for my Garmin, and also I got a wireless quad lock wireless charger for my Samsung S22 Ultra, and I'm really happy with that. Finding a good ground on the bike on the quad was the most difficult thing. But I mean, not really. It's just because this is my first quad and I didn't have experience. So I made a ground bus off the frame so that I can connect all those accessories to. Looks like an old farm. Absolutely beautiful. Extremely picturesque. I love it. Slow down for a second and clean that front windshield. Alrighty. Looks like we have to make a right turn pretty soon. Interesting. Hammenjärven tie. All right. would have been a bummer. So as I mentioned earlier, the previous section from Jääli to Alakylä, and now this next section from from Alakyläntie into the center of Alakylä. These are pretty easy. You saw the rough part at the beginning, where I say the first half of this. But I mean, it's pretty easy. If you're careful, unless you have, again, some kind of lowrider or a Lamborghini or something, I think even a car would make it through some of those puddles and deep ruts. Here. This is a beautiful area. Absolutely beautiful. By the end of this, we'll be back on Alakyläntie. We'll take that north into Alakylä, across the bridge, and that's where TET 3 continues into Yli Maalismaa. There's a channel on YouTube, I think he's ADV Seeker, Adventure Seeker. It's a Finnish guy. He's got a video up Tyrnävä to Tornio. From Tornio you can cross over into Sweden, but you can also get onto other of the TET routes of TET sections of Finland to head into Lapland all the way up to Norway. It's pretty incredible, actually. Hey, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the sound from the CForce 520. Is it too loud in my microphone? Actually, is my voice clear and understandable? I've got this noise cancelling on with the DJI Mic Mini 2. It's the first time I'm trying it in this moto vlogging setup. Let's check my route. Yep, I'm still on track. One of the reasons I like this Jääli to Alakylä is it's relatively simple if you are in the Oulu region or Haukipuras or whatever. Hold on. I think I went that way last time, and there's a tiny little bridge there that won't hold the weight of a quad or even an adventure bike. Maybe some 2-stroke 300 or something like that, but that's about it. Yeah, I'm also thinking about getting a custom exhaust for the 520. I've been thinking about the Apekrovich. I have them on the Varadero, as well as this, I forget, this Vati something. There's this ECU unit and a stage 3 clutch kit. There's a lot of cabins up here. All right, we're gonna soon be back on that big road, paved road, but I'll take you all the way to the bridge, so you know what to expect when you're on this route. If I remember correctly, it's going to be a left turn here. Yes, that's it. Investigate someday and see if there's a way around that little bridge. It was obviously designed for some light adventure bike, but it couldn't even hold my weight. I mean, I'm not the smallest guy in the world, but come on. So we'll just take this Alaculantie to Alacula and then meet up with the section 3 of the TET. 50 kilometers per hour when we slow down. And that'll be it for this video. If we turn left here, we go to Haukipuras, and if we turn right, we go to Kiimenki. So now you see, I don't know if you can see it on my map, but we're back on the track for the TET. Here's that bridge I was telling you about. We'll cross over and make a right. Follow the track. Then we'll find a place to pull over. Alright guys, I've decided, since I'm already here at Alacula, I'm going to keep going on the TET section 3 up to Maalismaa. It's near Yääli, about 25 clicks away from where I am now, so why not just give it a go, see how it goes. Alright. We're starting from that bridge, that old iron bridge I showed you in Alacula, and we're going to continue north on the TET following the track, TET 3. Alright, let's go. Wow, there just went an adventure bike. Let's see what he's doing. Alright, we just went over that iron bridge in Alacula. Now we're heading north on the TET track for section 3. And my goal is to head to a place called Maalismaa. I've never been up here before, so let's see how it goes. have any wood to knock on, but this seems like, so far anyway, it seems pretty tame. I've never been up here before. This is my first time this far north on the TET. I'll keep going for a little while, guys, and then I'll come back to you. A few kilometers up the track, there's been some pretty awesome puddles, but nothing difficult. I'm actually surprised these tracks are so well maintained, or lack of a better way of saying it. My GPS is saying just keep going straight forward. Maybe I can zoom it out a little bit and see where the next turn is. I've got it zoomed in so I can don't get any surprises. Looks like we've got to make a right turn. I'm going to zoom this out a little bit. Oops. Just so we can see what's going on. Alright. Right turn. Clean up this windshield a little bit again. Alrighty. We'll head down this road for a while and I'll come back to you. Start recording. This is just so beautiful here that I have to record it. Tarviko apua? I guess not. Well, so not so much talking, guys, but we've made quite a ways towards Maalismaa, and I thought this was a beautiful section here, so I would go ahead and turn the camera back on. Brutal driving into the sun. But you know, it is what it is, right? Adventure bike has been here, maybe two riding together. Should tighten up that rear end suspension. He's all over the place. Oh, I'm looking at the tracks in front of me, guys. I can't actually see the bike. But from the look of the track, it hasn't been so long ago. Yep. I'm thinking about removing this windshield for these trail runs. Whenever I get dust or rain on the windshield, it makes it difficult to see through it. hold on. I may have taken the wrong route. Oh no, I'm good. Yes, the Russians will have a blast bombing this one, or the Ukrainians, or whoever. Donald Trump and his Greenland mess. Maybe he wants Finland too. Hey, I can see the waypoint on the map now. Outstanding. See the distance to that waypoint. Which is one of the cool things about the Garmin Tread 2. I don't know if the other ones have that functionality. Let's see if I can pull you down so you can see. So here's where I'm going, and that's just a spot on a map. So I can do this one, and it gives me all the information here. 5 minutes away. Oh, it seems... Oh, I hit something by mistake. So 4.6 kilometers, about 5 minutes. That's okay. I'll keep going the way I'm going. Happy with that. Alright. Put you up again so you can see the route. Sorry about that sun in your eyes, guys. Alright, let's hit it. By the way, I've been in two-wheel drive the whole time, and I mean, of course, because this isn't difficult at all. The back end, the rear end of the quad, it's solid and predictable on gravel, sand, even through those deep puddles we went through earlier. Absolutely forgiving and a pleasure to ride. I'm still astonished that I'm saying that about a Chinese ATV, but I think in a few years I might consider getting an 850 or perhaps one of these crew cabs, the U10 with 4 doors, a cab, a roof, and then have a custom-made fastback truck bed cover. For my gear and storage. It looks like we're back on a public gravel road again. Seems well maintained. There's still that adventure bike in front of me. I can still see the track. His rear end is still loose. I've ridden motorcycles most of my life, quite a few decades, but this is the first ATV or quad that I've had. And I really like it. Alright, let's see what's going on here now. Looks like we're going to go into a public road, which is a good thing because when I head back, I'm going to take the road rather than the hey. Awesome to see another quad. His seems to be a little bit faster than mine. But that's okay. about to hit one of my waypoints. I dropped this one here from a map, so I've never been here before. But the second waypoint, it's also from a map, but I think I'm getting a little bit closer to the lake that's here. Oh wow. Oh wait guys, wait. Look at this. My waypoint was absolutely correct. What a beautiful place. Let's see. Well, this is the place that I marked on my map. That's insane. I think we'll go to this Maalismaa ranta and then start to head back home. What a beautiful place. My battery lasts the whole way to this Maalismaa ranta. I have a feeling the reveal is going to be absolutely beautiful. beautiful little village here. Old farms. Absolutely beautiful. This is the kind of place I'd like to live and ultimately die at. I don't know, guys. We might keep on going for a while. I see that we're going to get quite close to the water. Let's give it a go. Hopefully we have battery. I never liked ATVs, these quads, just for going and playing in the mud. I've always liked this expedition style or adventure touring style of riding, whether that's motorcycles or now quads. I would love to do a tour around Scandinavia sometimes, or perhaps around the Gulf of Bothnia, this sea between Finland and Sweden. Perhaps Finland, Sweden, take a ferry to, is it Gotland, that island? And then another ferry to either Poland, well, maybe not Poland. I haven't been there in many years. Back in the day, it was lots of, I don't know what else to call them than bandits. But anyway, a ferry from Sweden to Estonia, Estonia to Finland, or something like that, and then back up the west coast, section 3 TET, from south to north in Finland. That would be pretty cool. I'm hoping for a nice reveal, guys. I've got 10 extra liters of fuel with me, and those Shark Rotopax copies. And it looks like I've got about more than half a tank left. I've been getting around 200 kilometers for a tank when I'm riding conservatively. Let's take a look at this. I think this is Joki, the river of E. And that makes sense. let's see where this takes us. Zoom out a little bit. 8:49. I think that 8:49 will take us back home. So where the TET turns to the right. I don't know if you can see that on my map. Hopefully you can. Where the TET turns to the right, we're gonna turn to the left and head back home. That's right there and end this video. I had an absolute blast. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. It was much more than what I expected. Absolutely brilliant. And seeing those adventure bikes in front of me passing by and that other quad just riding behind me, it's absolutely magnificent. Hope we can inspire others to, I don't care if it's quad riders or adventure bike riders, let's get them on the TET, get them supporting the TET. Almost there. Alright guys, here's my crossroad. Oh, Oulu 45, Yli E3. Anyway, we're going to use the navigation to plot the best route back to Oulu. Alright guys, thank you.